Hello everyone, I am down at the beach and it's just beautiful down here. There's a huge eagle just soaring around. It's gorgeous. Someone's made something in the sand and the surfers are out. They're not out here, they're around the other side. They choose where they like to go. So it's time for an English lesson. We're learning Aussie English. So 3 different ways to say swimmers. If we were going swimming today, it's a little bit cool. I wouldn't go swimming today, but lots of people are. So you could say, make sure you bring your togs, your togs. You could say, bring your Cossie, we might have a swim, Cossie. You could also just say swimmers. These are all different ways to say bathing suit. So here's a phrase for you. The phrase is rough as guts. If something is rough as guts, we would say it's rough or tough or unrefined. So you might say, that pub was rough as guts. You could also use it to describe a person. So you could say, she's rough as guts. Here's another phrase for you. Woop whoop. Woop whoop. So if something is out whoop whoop, it is in the middle of nowhere. So you might say they live out whoop whoop. So they live in the middle of nowhere. You could also say the car broke down when we were in the middle of whoop whoop. We were out whoop whoop when the car broke down. Here's another one for you. Stickybeak. So a stickybeak is a person who's a bit nosy. A stickybeak might poke their nose into things that is none of their business. But you could also use stickybeak as a verb. So you could say, I'll just have a bit of a sticky beak. I'll have a bit of a sticky beak. But if you were talking about someone else, you could say, she's a bit of a sticky beak. Here's another one for you. Shout. Shout. So someone might say, it's your shout. They might say, it's my shout. It means to pay for someone. So if you were down the pub and someone was being a bit cheeky, they might say, it's your shout this round. It also might mean maybe it is your turn to pay because maybe they paid for the drinks last time. I'm just going to show you this eagle again. Where is he? Can you see him? Goodness me, where is he gone? There he is. Okay, here's another one. Heaps. Heaps. Heaps can mean very or a lot. So you might hear someone say, that movie was heaps good. You could also hear someone say, love your heaps. I have another Aussie word for you. It's flanno. So if it is starting to get a bit chilly, the weather is starting to get cool, I might get out my flannelette shirt. It's usually warmer material, so people will get their flanno out. You also might have flannelette pajamas. So you can buy Flanno pajamas or PJs. Here's another one. Dunny. Dunny. So not everyone will use this one. It means toilet. So you might say the dunny's out the back. Also, some people will use the word loo. They'll use the word loo for toilet. So you might hear someone say, I'm just going to duck to the loo. Here's another one for you. Tradie. A tradie is someone who has learnt a trade. So they may be an electrician, they might be a plumber. So you could say, the tradie came to fix the tap. You also might hear someone who is married to a tradie. They might say they are a tradie's lady. So here's another one. Reckon. So you might say, I reckon it's going to rain later. Reckon. So reckon means think or suppose. So you might ask someone, what do you reckon? Here's an Aussie word for you, Barbie. So if we were going to have a barbecue, we would call it a Barbie. So someone might say, I'm having a Barbie on the weekend, want to come? If we were referring to a kangaroo, we would call it a roo. So someone might say to you, watch out for roos along that road. So there can be certain places that you need to really watch out for kangaroos because they will jump out, and some of them are really big. So you need to be careful that you don't hit them with your car. Sometimes it's unavoidable though. They just jump out and they're really big, and it can be a really big problem if you do hit them. Another Aussie word for you. We could use the word dead set. Dead set. So we would say that something is dead set if it is truly or seriously something. So you could say, he's a dead set legend, that bloke. So in Australia, we like to have a go. So the phrase have a go is quite common. It means to give something a try, to just have a try, see if it works out, have a go. So we might encourage someone to have a go, or we might describe ourselves as having a go. So I'm having a go at making this video for you. Here is a really simple one, ta. You could say ta instead of thank you. So you might hear someone say ta, and often they don't say any other words with it. They just say ta, meaning thanks. Speaking of thanking people and being grateful, I am grateful that you are here. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed looking out here at the beach. It is really such a beautiful area. We're very lucky here in Australia. We have so many beautiful beaches. So thanks for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now. So someone has got creative and they've made this spiral pattern in the sand. It looks quite nice. I don't know who's done it. This is a very nice place to film, I will say that much.